right? Suddenly, within few months, in LinkedIn, everybody is an AI expert, correct? However, AI is the something that you work under data scientist and those kind of people for 7 years. Also, you cannot say that you are expert into that one.
When everyone can put LLM, RAG, Python, and AI on a resume, those words stop being evidence of anything on their own. So I asked Amit how he actually reads a resume now, and he walked me through the whole thing. It starts before any resume arrives. A vague job description produces vague applicants. I gave him a real one to work with. A product engineer for Lex-AML, the compliance platform I am building. Java, Angular, MongoDB, AWS, agentic tooling, and a large amount of Australian regulation underneath it.
They want in resume, what exactly they want in resume. They should write it explicitly rather than assume it, because as you know that now market have more professionals than we have ever seen. I believe that way, right? And all people are smart, all people are good.
Yeah. The job description, the very first thing starts from the JD. Better the JD is written, which matches to your team and your business requirements, both development team requirement as well as business requirement. Better the fit we will be having while shortlisting the resumes.
A good description should make 4 things obvious: what the team is building, what technology genuinely matters, what business domain matters, and what evidence the person reading it actually wants to see.
Languages, platforms, SDKs, these databases that we have, this deployment we have, and we get a 90-95% match of a resume against the keywords that we have put in. So that is the very first thing. All right, fine. Those who are not matching much, we can simply discard.
I want to be careful with this next part. That very high keyword threshold is Amit's own filtering method, not an industry rule, and it will not be how every company works.
Even if a candidate who is good but not fitting into the our tech stack in this one, your business is going to impact. It will take more time for him to learn, and delivery will be delayed. What you want will be delayed, and eventually it's your bottom line or your product successes will be impacted.
The broader point survives anyway. Your resume should connect your experience to the work being advertised in the words of the advertisement. Do not make the reviewer guess how your experience connects to the role.
Resume is the completeness. If somebody has developed a mobile application or a tiny application, that's not a complete profile. The end-to-end solution, which is having client server deployed into the cloud, various aspects of cloud design patterns have been handled, that kind of completeness you need.
This is the strongest idea in the whole conversation about hiring.
You don't need just a frontend or just a backend or just a database administrator. You don't need it. Just a DevOps engineer, you don't need him. What you need is the one who has developed complete end-to-end and delivered it. Complete.
As AI makes isolated implementation cheaper, what becomes valuable is somebody who understands how the pieces fit together, not somebody who personally performs every specialist role, somebody who can follow the complete path. Requirement, design, implementation, data security, deployment, testing, operation, and the outcome for whoever uses it. One React component is weak evidence. A problem carried all the way to a running system is strong evidence.
If you do not have completeness, what is going to happen? Eventually, you will be getting a vibe coder. Everybody's going to use AI. We cannot deny it. Once that happens, who is in the trouble? Not that guy. You are in the trouble. As a business owner or the solution owner, you are in the trouble. Honestly, what I do not believe, what is written in resume and what comes out in interview sometimes very different. So I would rather do not put much influence on this one. Keyword matching, tech stack matching, shortlist view, have a look, check for completeness, and go for PI. Resume maybe 15 to 20%, 80% has to be PI.
A polished resume is easier to produce than it has ever been. That makes the conversation afterwards more important, not less. Can you explain why the architecture looked the way it did? Can you explain a trade-off you made? Can you describe what failed? Can you say what you personally owned? And can you tell the difference between something you used and something you actually understand?
So they are all still the application developers, correct? Nobody on the earth can become a expert in the core fields of AI or ML in a year.
There is a distinction worth being precise about. Building an application that calls an AI API is not the same thing as being a machine learning researcher. Both are real skills. The problem is presenting one as the other.
Right. So this is where I maybe should I put those words or not? But honesty is the one that I am seeking. I'm finding it's lacking in the most of the LinkedIn profiles. When they come to PI, what we found is that nothing. You throw the questions, it's all empty.
I would put myself on the application side of that line, and I am comfortable saying so. Be precise about what you actually know.
So definitely new technologies has to be learned, but considering traditional people, they can definitely put AI powered applications into their resumes, but the presentation should be honest. If honesty is not there, it's not going to work out in the team, not going to work out in the business. It will, within a few meetings, you will know that the fitment was not right, correct?
So in a market this crowded, your resume should not get longer. It should get more evidential. Show what problem existed, show what you built, show the scope, show what you owned, show the result. And then be ready to explain all of it without the resume in front of you. AI keywords are cheap, evidence is expensive. One note before we finish. This is a discussion between two engineers about patterns we have seen in our own work. The examples are illustrative and the views about where engineering is heading are opinions, not predictions.